Imagine the heart of Jesus as he looks upon his flock, longing for their devotion and truth. He sees the warnings written long ago through the prophets and apostles, echoing in our time with urgency. Beware of false prophets. These are not mere words of caution, but a call to spiritual vigilance. From the deception of flattering visions to those who proclaim peace while sowing rebellion, the scriptures make it clear. False teachers will arise, leading many astray. Through the lens of Jesus' love and righteousness, this video explores how to discern truth from lies in a world filled with confusion. Will you listen to his voice, the voice of the Good Shepherd, and test all things by his word? Or will you fall prey to the wolves in sheep's clothing? If you should ever forget Jehovah your God, and you walk after other gods and serve them and bow down to them, I do bear witness against you today that you will surely perish. Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 19. You must not listen to the words of that prophet or that dreamer, for Jehovah your God is testing you to know whether you love Jehovah your God with all your heart and all your soul. Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 3. But that prophet or that dreamer should be put to death because he encouraged rebellion against Jehovah your God. Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 5. If any prophet presumptuously speaks a word in my name that I did not command him to speak, or speaks in the name of other gods, that prophet must die. Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 20. The elder and the highly respected one's the head, and the prophets giving false instruction is the tail. Those leading this people are causing them to wander, and those who are being led are confused. Isaiah chapter 9, verses 15 and 16. And these go astray because of wine. Their alcoholic beverages make them stagger. Priest and prophet go astray because of alcohol. The wine confuses them, and they stagger from their alcohol. Their vision makes them go astray, and they stumble in judgment. Isaiah chapter 28, verse 7. They say to the seers, "Do not see," and to the visionaries, "Do not tell us truthful visions. Tell us flattering things. Envision deceptive illusions." Isaiah chapter 30, verse 10. They are dogs with a voracious appetite. They are never satisfied. They are shepherds who have no understanding. They have all gone their own way. Every last one of them seeks his own dishonest gain. Isaiah chapter 56, verse 11. The priest did not ask, "Where is Jehovah?" Those handling the law did not know me. The shepherds rebelled against me. The prophets prophesied by Baal, and they followed those who could bring no benefit. Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 8. For from the least to the greatest, each one is making dishonest gain. From the prophet to the priest, each one is practicing fraud. And they try to heal the breakdown of my people lightly, saying, "There is peace, there is peace," when there is no peace. Jeremiah chapter 6, verses 13 and 14. But you are putting your trust in deceptive words. It will bring absolutely no benefit. Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 8. For from the least to the greatest, each one is making dishonest gain. From the prophet to the priest, each one is practicing fraud. Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 10. Do they feel ashamed of the detestable things they have done? They feel no shame at all. They do not even know how to feel humiliated, so they will fall among the fallen. When I bring punishment on them, they will stumble, says Jehovah. Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 12. Jehovah then said to me, "The prophets are prophesying lies in my name. I have not sent them or commanded them or spoken to them. A lying vision and a worthless divination and the deceit of their own heart is what they are prophesying to you." Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 14. Both the prophet and the priest are polluted. Even in my own house I have found their wickedness, declares Jehovah. Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 11. This is what Jehovah of armies says. Do not listen to the words of the prophets who are prophesying to you. They are defrauding you. The vision they speak is from their own heart, not from the mouth of Jehovah. Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 16. I have heard the prophets who are prophesying lies in my name say, "I had a dream, I had a dream." How long will this continue in the heart of the prophets to prophesy lies? Jeremiah chapter 23, verses 25 and 26. Here I am against the prophets of lying dreams, declares Jehovah, who relate them and lead my people astray because of their lies and boasting. Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 32. Therefore do not listen to your prophets, your diviners, your dreamers, your magicians, and your sorcerers. Jeremiah chapter 27, verse 9. The visions your prophets saw for you were false and empty, and they did not expose your error in order to turn away your captivity, but they kept envisioning for you false and misleading pronouncements. Lamentations chapter 2, verse 14. It was because of the sins of her prophets, the errors of her priests, who shed the blood of righteous ones in her midst. Lamentations chapter 4, verse 13. This is what the sovereign Lord Jehovah has said. Woe to the stupid prophets who follow their own spirit when they have seen nothing. Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 3. Is it not a false vision that you have seen and a lie you have foretold when you say, "The word of Jehovah is," when I have not said anything? Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 7. Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord Jehovah says, because you have spoken what is false, and your visions are a lie, I am against you, declares the sovereign Lord Jehovah. Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 8. Within you they take a bribe to shed blood. You lend on interest or for a profit, and you extort money from your neighbors. Yes, you have entirely forgotten me, declares the sovereign Lord Jehovah. Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 12. But her prophets have plastered over their deed with whitewash. They give false visions and lying divination. Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 28. They will crowd in to sit before you as my people, and they will hear your words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they flatter you, but their heart is greedy for dishonest gain. Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 31. This is what Jehovah says against the prophets who are leading my people astray, who proclaim peace while they are biting their teeth, but who declare war against him who puts nothing into their mouths. Micah chapter 3, verse 5. Be on the watch for the false prophets who come to you in sheep's covering, but inside they are ravenous wolves. Matthew chapter 7, verse 15. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name, and expel demons in your name, and perform many powerful works in your name? And then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Get away from me, you workers of lawlessness. Matthew chapter 7, verses 22 and 23. Many false prophets will arise and mislead many. Matthew chapter 24, verse 11. For false Christs and false prophets will arise and perform great signs and wonders, so as to mislead, if possible, even the chosen ones. Matthew 24:24. Woe whenever all men speak well of you, for this is what their forefathers did to the false prophets. Luke chapter 6, verse 26. Certainly you are witnesses of the deeds of your forefathers, and yet you approve of them. For they killed the prophets, but you are building their tombs. Luke chapter 11, verse 48. But he will say to you, I do not know where you are from. Get away from me, all you workers of unrighteousness. Luke chapter 13, verse 27. Which one of the prophets did your forefathers not persecute? Yes, they killed those who announced in advance the coming of the righteous one, whose betrayers and murderers you have now become. Acts chapter 7, verse 52. But the lawless one's presence is by the operation of Satan with every powerful work and lying signs and wonders. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 9. However, the inspired word clearly says that in the later times some will fall away from the faith, paying attention to misleading inspired statements and teachings of demons. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. For there will be a time when they will not put up with the wholesome teaching, but according to their own desires, they will surround themselves with teachers to have their ears tickled. They will turn away from listening to the truth and give attention to false stories. 2 Timothy chapter 4, verses 3 and 4. However, there also came to be false prophets among the people, as there will also be false teachers among you. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 1. Beloved ones, do not believe every inspired statement, but test the inspired statements to see whether they originate with God, for many false prophets have gone out onto the world. 1 John chapter 4, verse 1. In closing, remember these words: you will know them by their fruits. False prophets may come with enticing words, grand promises, and even signs that seem miraculous, but their hearts are far from God. They seek their own gain, not the glory of Jehovah. Through the eyes of Jesus, we are reminded to remain vigilant, testing every spirit and holding fast to the truth of God's word. Let us not be deceived by those who lead us astray, but stand firm in our love for Jehovah with all our heart and soul. As Jesus taught, the narrow path is difficult, but it leads to life. Stay rooted in the Scriptures, pray for discernment, and walk humbly with God. Trust not in the words of men, but in the eternal truth of Jehovah. May we all be found faithful when he returns.